Fresh. Avery Sherman. Ah!
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Avery Sherman podcast. It is him, I am he, we are here. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure being back, I ain't gonna lie. Been gone for quite some time, but like I said, it's a pleasure being back and looking forward to knocking out these podcasts consistently, more routinely. That's for sure. So, without further ado, let me give y'all my intro. It is your real, trill meat, clean as a squeak host, Avery Sherman, and this is episode 17. We are in the crib today. We in here, so you're gonna hear some of the home ambiances, the noises, the sounds of the crib, the dog, the laundry, maybe some conversations in the background. But for the most part, stay focused. Diving right in with the topic. Diving right in with the topics that I have today. Sexy Red. She's headlining her own tour this fall. So that's pretty big for an artist that's just coming out pretty much. I want to say like her song pretty much just came out this year. Her big song, her single. And that's big news for artists to be headlining their own tour already. So shout out to her for that. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder if she's doing like clubs or like smaller venues, or is she doing like arenas? You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure, honestly, and it's not really I'm not really her target fan base to know that type of information. So, but we just want to give her a shout out to Sexy Red for that, and on to the next topic that we got. We are waiting on Drake to drop For All the Dogs on September 22nd. That's the date or the deadline that he has given, and or that's out there at least. And yeah, we definitely waiting for that. I heard on the Joe Budden podcast that Lil Yachty said this was like his best work or something to that nature. So that's interesting. They was just saying on the podcast like they don't want to hear that coming from Yachty, and how believable can it be? And it's probably not his best work since that's what Lil Yachty is saying or whatever. But we definitely looking forward to it, and we definitely waiting on it. You know, over here at the Avery Sherman podcast. You know, fan of Drake, you know, supporter of his music, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some good music on there. His last few albums have aged pretty well. There's a few songs in the last 3 albums, Certified Lover Boy, Honestly Nevermind, and I forgot the other one name right now, but those past 3 albums is definitely music that I go back to and play a decent amount of still. So at the time, maybe they wasn't like the thing or like, you know, what you would have expected, or people had their thoughts of how it wasn't going to be that good, but still play a nice amount of that music off those albums. So, like I said, we're just still waiting on them, waiting on their Drake album for All the Dogs, or All the Dogs. It's supposed to be dropping September 22nd. On to another topic that I heard. I want to say I heard them discussing this on the Joe Budden podcast as well. It was they was making a joke or something, but it was something that was to me something seriously to think about in a sense. It was a 360 on buying girls a body. Whatever good comes from her having that new body, she owe you some money, even if y'all go y'all separate ways or not, you know. And I thought it was an interesting subject to talk about. I know that if I gave money to a girl to get her body done, and then she went on to be a model, a porn star, anything where her body was receiving praise and she was being paid for how phenomenal or how good her body looks or how much people are attracted to the body, anything of that nature. I would definitely want some return on that, whether we're together or not. I don't know what that makes me or how it makes me look, but I don't know. So why I was calling it a 360 is because it's for the female. It's a deal where I won't say you're getting fucked in the end, but you're getting fucked in the end essentially. Excuse my language. You're being, I won't say taken advantage of, but you're being taken advantage of. Obviously, you're gonna get some things out of the deal yourself, but that may not always. I mean, obviously, you're gonna get some things out of the deal yourself, but you may not know, you may not have expected that going into having the body be done for paid to get. Obviously, things are gonna work out for you in some fashion or form with the new body, but you may not have expected to pay that amount of money or go through what you had to go through to get the body, which would be turning around and forking over some cash, or even if that person wanted a percentage of what you were making off of the new body or whatever. So that's kind of a 360 deal, kind of like the artists go through with labels and they sign everything over to the labels and all they get in return is just kind of like being able to be out there. But you can do a lot with being able to be out there and everybody know who you are and everything. So it's kind of about what you do with it. Going on to another topic, not celebrating birthdays. Like, I don't celebrate birthdays. I didn't grow up celebrating holidays. I don't really celebrate my birthday. It's not really a big deal to me. I'm not looking for like gifts or anything every year on my birthday. I'm not looking for anybody to tell me happy birthday or anything of that nature like that. Obviously, if I was like dating a girl that birthdays was a big deal to her, I would try to cater to it with my kids. Like I try to cater to it a little bit because I know it means something to them in a sense. But I just think it's better, and what I mean by better is just even almost healthier to not celebrate birthdays or to not at least make a big deal of them. But just something that popped up that I wanted to talk about a little bit. On to another topic, smoking hookah. I recently just found out that smoking hookah was like a way to get girls. I don't know if I'm old or old school or old fashioned, but I don't know why I'm just not hearing of this or hearing that. But I guess it's widely known that if you get a girl to come smoke hookah with you or something like that. Like, that's almost like a Netflix and chill type of thing. So that's news to me. I'm just sharing that with you guys. Like I said, I had no idea. I've never heard anyone say that. I don't know any guys who use hookah to pick up chicks. I was in on social media, and I was in the comment section of a post, and somebody was telling me that I was a stan. If you don't know what I mean by a stan, I'm referring to the Eminem song "Stan," where there was a fanatical fan that, well, I guess that's like a double negative or something, or a double positive, saying a fanatical fan, because that's essentially what a fan is a fanatic. But Stan was like an extremist of a fan, and the person in the comment section was basically just telling me that anytime you put your cape on for someone, that you're pretty much a stan. And I disagreed, obviously. I was putting my cape on for the Podfather, and I was in a Joe Button group chat, and I don't understand why some people tune in to things that they don't like just to not like it, or why you would go to a Joe Budden group chat and then just be in there trying to stick up for the people who are opposing Joe Budden or throwing shots at Joe Budden. Why would you join the Joe Budden group just to go up in there and stick up for the people who are throwing shots at Joe Budden? I don't get it, but that's something that I was recently dealing with. So let me know what you guys think in the comment sections about that one if you want. I'm just curious, does anyone else think that hey, put on the cape for someone just means like sticking up for them or saving them in a situation? If somebody was talking about your friend in front of you, and maybe I got it misunderstood. Maybe that's not so much as a put on the cape as just being a regular friend, but maybe put on the cape is giving someone lots of leeway or lots of benefit of a doubt. But yeah, let me know what you think if putting on a cape for someone is being a stan. If you don't know what a stan is, like I said, go listen to the Eminem song "Stan" and let me know what you think. Moving forward to the next topic, the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know why I said so many times in this podcast either. I ain't gonna lie. I know that's crazy. I just think it's something I sound like if I say one more damn time. But I don't know why the Vikings lost so bad. I won't even say so bad, but so bad. Like, should have been able to dominate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield is not good. Like, started off the first half, Justin Jefferson going crazy. Even got a touchdown, and we even got a touchdown to our rookie. And then the second half, we just completely fell off the face of the earth. Start off the season 0-1. We got Philly next week. I'll dive more into this on the All Sports with Avery Sherman podcast, but long story short, we lost. The Cubs is falling out of playoff contention. Like I said, I'm going to dive more into my sports topics on my All Sports with Avery Sherman podcast. But, yeah, my Cubs, it's not looking good for us. Another topic that I wanted to go into, moving on to the next one, was, here I go with the thing. Was having a hardworking mother can give you a high standard for women in your life. I just wanted to talk about this a little bit with me having a mom that was very hardworking. She always was waking up, getting us ready, taking us to school or getting us to the bus. Then she was working her day, picking us up from daycare, getting us home, shower us, get us ready for night, do whatever homework we had, obviously get us fed and everything, then bed, and then try to have a little free time for whatever she could for herself, obviously. And when you grow up with a mother like that, and the same thing could be said for both parents, and for both um, people, the man or the woman. When a daughter grows up with a mother like that or a father like that, when the son grows up with a mother like that or a father like that, it's going to place that high standard or set the bar to a certain level for you in life. And you got to be conscious of that when you're going forward in your relationships, because that can be something that you could be dealing with in your relationships, and you could not really understand why you're dealing with a certain situation or why something is bothering you. But if you just go back and look at something like that, it could give you a lot of intel as to how you can go forward to have a more successful relationship. Um, so I just wanted to talk about that, and like I said, just be conscious of it going forward in your relationships, and express that earlier in the relationships when you're in the dating phase or the getting to know phase, and sit down and maybe even go back and think like, is that, even though that's how you were raised or how you grew up, is that even the type of energy that you want going forward? It may not be what you want. With my mom, like I said, my mom being such hardworking, maybe it could affect me two ways. I feel like obviously it can set the bar high for women that I'm gonna date and women in my life in general, my expectations for them and different things like that. Or it can also make me want to I won't say overcompensate, essentially, kind of. Make me more so want to be there for the female, where the female doesn't have to do so much. So, just something to think about, something that I found interesting. Um, Going on to the next topic, staying in the family range of things. I'm about to be an uncle. Shout out to my little sister. I'm extremely excited. I am already an uncle. I have some nieces and nephews out here. Um, they weren't born from my sister or from my younger brother, who's obviously only 12 years old. But my sister is about to have a baby, and like I said, I'm extremely excited, looking forward to it. This is my first DNA niece or nephew, and I'm extremely excited because of that, because it has the possibility of looking like me, another kid. That may sound conceited and narcissistic and everything, but I don't know. It's not the main reason for my excitement, but it is a little bit part of my excitement. Um, and it gives me another opportunity to affect the future going forward with the youth, and just um, be there for my niece or my nephew. I have really been having like a baby fever as of late. I don't even know. Yeah, man can have baby fever. I've been having baby fever as of late, and this should calm it down at least for another year or two. So just want to give a shout out to my sis. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that. And on to the next topic. The NFL players with a rap album. Shout out to the NFL players with the rap album. I know Darren Waller is one of those players on there. I want to say Melvin Ingram is another player that's on there. And they rapping some hip hop. Go check him out. I'm not sure of the name of the album. I've heard one song or some of one song. It was cool. I want to say Darren Waller was on it. It was cool. It was you know, I really didn't catch too much of the. I did. Yeah. I mean, it was something I would play. It was something I would play. Definitely like when I'm working out or something like that. Maybe getting ready for the club or something like that. But even though I'm not a club person, I don't know why I use that example, getting ready for the club, but like maybe just getting ready to go hang out, you know what I'm saying? Getting dressed or something, putting on something nice. Turn it on, or it could be playing or something like that. It's that kind of vibe for me at least. So shout out to them. Go check it out. On to the next topic. We got Joe Budden's shirt for his B-Day. They was hating on my boy Joe, but I thought it was a real player shirt, if you ask me. He ain't had no shirt underneath, but he said he was supposed to, but he ended up not having it or didn't pack it, so he said what the hell, he was going with it. And I don't blame him, sure. Might as well, like, hey, can't not wear the outfit just because you don't got one little part of it, So it was a lace, all black, collared, short sleeve shirt, and they was giving him some flack about it, calling it Victoria's Secret and everything, but it was player to me, like I said. Shout out to Jamel Charlo. He got a fight coming up versus Canelo Alvarez, and it's going to be exciting. I'm waiting for it. I'm taking Charlo for sure. And yep, that's there on the topic of boxing. Frank Martin versus Shakur Stevenson had got canceled. I really just, they said there was some contract issues, but I really just feel like Spence got the fight coming up, rematch with Crawford. And Shakur Stevenson is pretty much under Crawford. Frank Martin pretty much under Errol Spence. And just don't want to take away from Errol Spence right now. We need to be all in on Errol Spence right now so he can get this dub, avenge himself versus Crawford. And that's really why I think they moved forward in the way that they did. They were saying that, like I said, Frank Martin canceled or backed out of the fight. He was saying he didn't like the contract. And that could very well be the case as well. But like I said, I'm thinking more so that it's, we want to be all in for Errol Spence right now, man. We gonna stay on point with the movies that need a part 2 segment. For this one, we got a movie that I grew up watching a lot. That was like an escape from reality for me. Was a movie called Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, and yeah, I recommend that for movies that we need a part 2. It was like basically, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the original old school Parent Trap, but the parents are no longer dating; they're separated, and Lindsay Lohan meets her twin sister at a summer camp, and they're essentially just trying to get the parents back together. It's a 5-star movie, if you ask me. I definitely recommend it. All About the Benjamins, another movie that I recommend should have a part 2. Great storyline, hilarious. We want to see what they did with all that money. And Blue Street will be the third movie that I want to see to have a part 2. Show what happens when he goes to Mexico. When he goes to Mexico and like maybe he gets into another situation over there, ends up meeting the people back in the United States or something. That would have been good and interesting to watch. And that's all we got for movies that need a part 2 segment. Closing out this episode, school's back started. Like I said, the kids are in school. And it's getting back to that time of year. Hoodies, boots, scullies, and yeah. So, until next time, we gonna give you guys some music. We're gonna continue with the music that we was. No, we'll give y'all something else to close out with. Well, Poe. Stay tuned for another episode of the Avery Sherman podcast. Like I said, it's your real trail meat cleaners and squeak host, Avery Sherman. We getting back to consistency. We getting back to dropping these episodes. We're gonna be getting back deeper. How I usually do get deep on the topics. And informational topics about health and we're gonna be getting a little deeper with my family and what's going on in my personal life. And yeah, so just stay tuned. Until next time, I'm out. Start selling all the shit today with what I made today. Niggas probably want a minute, but I paid it away.
The Avery Sherman podcast.